Hi, I'm Cheryl. I'm 17. Have your parents ever interfered in your relationship with your boyfriend? What did you do? Let me tell you a very frank story about my recent relationship and my family. Watch till the end and you'll see that sometimes parents forbidding you to do things can hide secrets. I was a junior in high school and rather popular, actually. I had lots of boys pining for me, but girls? I only had 2 friends, and the rest, well, you see, I think many were jealous of me. I was kinda every boy's dream, and I think they were scared I could steal their boyfriends from them. I went through a lot of boys, but those relationships were short. We broke up, sometimes. I dumped them, and other times they dumped me. At first, things usually were great, and then there are reasons. I'm kinda not comfortable talking about them because it's about intimacy. All guys wanted more than just romantic walks and kisses, but I said no. I didn't want to take things further. My parents were against doing it. They wanted me to stay a virgin till I was 18. They made sure I was home on time and wouldn't let me sleep over at friends' houses. I didn't want to lie to them because I got along with them really well. They were caring and said no to almost nothing except, well, sleeping with guys. Well, I realize now why, but I'll tell you about that a bit later. When I broke up with yet another boy, Alex asked me out. He was a popular guy and girls were all over him. He was cool and I liked him a lot. We started dating and everyone envied us. We were happy. We were such a pretty couple. One day, Alex asked me why I ditched boys so quick. I was embarrassed and made something up. I was afraid he'd start insisting on going all the way. He'd had so many girls and he was such a looker. And that exact thing happened. We were alone at his house. He started kissing me. It was hard to stop. I was really crushed out on him. I didn't know what to say. I probably would have stayed and we'd have done it. But my parents called. When I got home, they yelled at me and I cried. Alex called me after and we had a fight. I tried to explain about my parents, but he decided I was just making up excuses. He was angry and wouldn't believe I hadn't done anything with any of those guys before. And then he texted me that he was breaking up with me. Oh no. No, he was so cool and we had such a great time together. I called and called, trying to convince him that we could work out. I mean, he was the best guy in school and I was prepared to go pretty far. He said he'd give me another chance. I was gonna meet him tonight in a car on the Outlook where lovers usually meet around the town here. He'd wait there and I was ready to do this. You see, I was ready to go that far. I waited for nightfall, made a pillow doll in my bed, put my best underwear on and jeans, and got out of the window. To come nose to nose with my mom. Have you ever been caught red-handed like that? Share in the comments. I was expecting a long lashing, but Mom was more scared than angry. She didn't even wake Dad. Instead, she sat me down in the living room and said we needed to talk. Turns out when Mom was 15, she had a boyfriend called James. Handsome, funny, all girls wanted to go out with him, and he was in love with Mom. She was too. They dated and eventually did the deed. James insisted and Mom said yes. And then he was just one. Wouldn't take her calls. Mom had never seen him again, and she said something that shocked me. James was my father. First, I didn't believe it. I think I was just whispering, Mom, Mom. So Mom had been hiding this from me. Dad, too, who wasn't truly my real dad? Good God, I felt that I was losing the ground under my feet. Mom had me at 16. When she was my age, she was already nursing a baby. I'd never thought about it before. Oh my goodness. Mom said she didn't want this for me, and it wasn't even about getting pregnant. She said she knew I was a smart girl and would think of protection. But Mom felt so crushed and used because James got what he wanted from her and ran. She cried for a couple months and then she learned she was pregnant. She had to pull herself together. I was still shocked. I rethought many things about my happiness. My parents were demanding, but I'd never felt unwanted. And it could have been different. I heard such stories. Gosh, it must be horrible to have an unwanted child. To be an unwanted child. And Mom must have had it hard too. She was alone. It's so good that later on my dad was there for her. I think my parents are right. If a guy loves you, he won't be pressuring you into sleeping with him. I wrote that to Alex and put away my phone. I want to be with my mom now, and I'll see what he writes back tomorrow. I don't know if he would understand, but I'm not angry now when my parents don't let me go partying. Do your parents forbid you to do things? What are they? If you want to be the first to check the new videos, just hit that little bell and subscribe to our channel. And please like our video if you want more people to see it. Have a great day. Give your parents a hug.